Hey everybody, welcome to Robyn Hyatt, the Blue Star. We are going to do a channeling tonight, and because it is the eclipse. Hi Michael. And I think it's just was appropriate, and I have some information to give you also. And I just thought this is just a super cool background. What do you guys think of that background? Love it. I have my foot icing off to the side. I have a fractured toe, we think, and it is a little painful. So I've been walking around too much today trying to get ready. So let's go with some cards first of all, and while people pop on. And the animal card that I got was super funny. I think we've gotten this one before just recently, and it's Think on Your Feet. So for this genre, Think on Your Feet. Oh, let's see. And it's the fox card, the fox spirit. And I think that would be fun. Isn't that background cool? So I would love to have a home that has a reading room like this. Just keep that in mind, Michael. Love that. Doesn't it just look warm and cozy with all these books on there and plants? Looks so cool. And then I'm going to do a couple relationship cards. And the one that fell out of the deck is you set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Be less demanding. And that is demanding card. So think about that. Be less demanding on your partner. And I think some people do put standards on their relationships. I don't know. I think you should just go with the flow and not put a lot of standards on your relationship, because if you're attracted to them and you feel good about it and you're comfortable with them, then stop with the demanding. And so I think some people need to break that chain of what they want, because maybe what they want isn't what they should have. So think about that. You set impossible standards for your partner to meet, and then there's no success in that, correct? Hello, hostile native. That sounds scary, but hello. Also, the next relationship card that fell out of the deck was You Don't Trust Touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. You have a fear of touch. And that sounds like a childhood issue coming forth. So work on touch. And because touch matters, hugs, handshakes. I haven't shaken so many people's hands. I started a new job and I think I shook everybody's hand. They all were just so friendly people. This group that I'm working with now is just extremely friendly people and helping the community, which I'm into. So we're going to talk about shifts with this eclipse. And this eclipse is a very important eclipse, and I'm going to kind of go into that a little bit. Also, I have an oracle deck. This is my oracle card book, and then I have a deck of cards. So every time I come on, I'm going to give you one of my cards that has fallen out of the deck. And usually this is my my guide that brings these cards forward. And this is the Lyran card. And this is Master Mefeko, Lyran race. And it's card 13. And each card has a spirit number, which is highly evolved 5274. You can either add them up and then divide it and add them together again. But let's see. This light is so bright, and then with this background. So looks better back here. So I'm going to just give you kind of a synopsis. There's more to it than this, but the synopsis is, if this card was drawn for you, it signifies a powerful connection to the feline Lyran species. They are strong in community and deeply value the family unit. Instinctively organized and highly intelligent, they carry, They carry themselves with grace and dignity. They are well-groomed and exude an innate sense of hierarchy and royalty, qualities you can relate to. Your foundation in life is your family. You understand what it takes to survive and to keep those you love strong and unified. You have the wisdom to know when to listen, when to lead, and when to protect fiercely. Whether through your masculinity or femininity, you carry a royal essence that reflects strength, dignity, and power. You walk the path of strength and resilience and embody the traits of the noble Lyrans. Continue to stand tall in your strength, embrace your royal nature, and use your wisdom to inspire and guide those around you. So that is from my card deck. And it is on Etsy, Robyn Hyatt on Etsy.com right now. Still working on getting it on Amazon. I'm getting closer to figuring it out on how to get it on Amazon. And most of you know that I have a second YouTube channel, which is a podcast. And it goes live almost every other Sunday. And so we have a really awesome show this Sunday with Samuel Chong. He is going to talk about UFOs in China. Whoops, I kind of went off there. UFOs in China. And he's also going to talk about a few other things. Excuse me. He's also going to talk about the Theoba, something like that, prophecy. And it's of a man's abduction and what he experienced. Supposedly, he was gone 10 Earth days. They showed him different planetary systems. They showed him a little bit of our history. And then I'm going to just let you take it for what you will. I put a disclaimer on this that we will cover it. And it's very interesting, but I'm not saying that it is true. I want you to discover if you feel that this book and this man's experience is true, like in everything. So he is coming on Sunday, the 22nd. And I want to talk to you about our next lineup in March on my other channel. So March 8th, Michael on here and I will be covering the benevolent species. And it's another book that I channeled and did artist drawing on. And then he put it together, which it's just an amazing book. It's a 400-page book of all different species. And then I have Barb Shoop on March 22nd. Barb Shoop is the only person in the world that I feel that was able to capture a Sasquatch cloaked. And she has the video of it. And it's been shown on several different TV shows. And when I saw it, I thought that was the most amazing footage I've ever seen. I can't believe she's not world renowned, but she is real down to earth person. I followed her for a long time when she first started. And I was going to go to one of her campouts because she was in Washington State and I'm in Idaho. I never made it. I was a little bit scared to go because she has so much Sasquatch activity. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't want to disappear or something like that. Then I have another amazing guest coming on March 29th. And Preston Dennett, if you Google his name, Dennett, he also has a YouTube channel, but he's written like over a dozen books on research of UFOs, research of people being abducted and their stories. And he tries to find the most credible stories out there. And I started watching his YouTube channel, and he just has a very simple way about him, and he just gives it to you and you believe it or not. And then I bought a couple of his books. I think when we talk, he has a book out called it's Healing Aliens. It's really thick. It's all about people that have been healed by their abduction, not harmed, but actually healed. And so he gathered all this information. So I think because that is more benevolent, I think that's something that I want to touch base on. So we have a super good lineup. Then in April, we're going to have even a great lineup. I have Katie Page. Katie Page, I am super into Skinwalker Ranch and the new Skinwalker Ranch there's 2 Skinwalker Ranch shows out. It's the second one. And Katie Page has been on the second one. And she, I believe her place was in Colorado, and they had alien presence and maybe some other things underground. And so she talked about as a child all the experiences they had. So they had her come back to the homestead on the Skinwalker Ranch, and it started talking to her again because it liked the children. It liked talking to the children. And so now she has her own YouTube channel, and we are going to talk to her. I don't know if she has a book out or not. The only time I don't read a full book before the show. And so she has agreed to come on, and I'm so thankful. She is really super cool. And also we're going to do have some guests on that we have a penitentiary here that's haunted, and it's the 1800 penitentiary. It still stands, and they still do tours. They still do ghost hunting, all this stuff with it. I did a show on it on here. Hold on one second. And so there's some people that do a podcast of all the people that have been in the penitentiary. And their podcast is really pretty cool because as I was there reading about people, it was like, what the heck? People got arrested for adultery. Did you know adultery is still arrestable, and you could go to jail in Idaho if you commit adultery? It's still a law. It's still a law. And so they have never changed it. They just don't enforce it. So we're going to cover a lot of that. We're going to cover the youngest female and male that was ever arrested and why. We're also going to cover crazy people that were in jail, and a lot of the weapons they used to build by their hands to take each other out. It's just amazing. So we have a lot of good stuff, and I'm booked until April, which is super exciting. And then this is my YouTube channel that I just like to do my thing on it. And we are going to, I think the eclipse has happened in a lot of areas right now. Since my foot has been out of commission, I have a fractured toe. I've been sleeping a lot to keep it elevated. And I actually had a revelation while I was sleeping. So when I sleep more, I get more information. So I'm going to cover this information with you, and then we're going to go into a channeling about it for this eclipse, because I felt and heard that this eclipse is huge on your personal transition, your personal shift. This is your time to have a personal shift. And let me tell you how and why. So let me read this to you really fast. It all comes down to past lives. Our past lives are in alignment. So now in the eclipse, I think they said 6 or 9 planets are in alignment for this eclipse, but we have past lives. Our past lives are in alignment for this one eclipse to transition us into another role, another way, another shift. So alignment of all your past lives. Understand the concept of past lives. The concept of past lives is deeply rooted in the belief of reincarnation. You can't believe in past lives if you don't believe in that, where the soul experiences multiple lifetimes. Each of these lifetimes plays a significant role shaping an individual's growth, wisdom, and spiritual evolution. Spiritual traditions such as Hinduism and Buddhism describe the soul's eternal journey, emphasizing the continual cycle of rebirth and learning. Similarity to Native American cultures and ancient Greek philosophers also explore the idea of a soul's preexistence before the current life. These diverse traditions frame life as a school for the soul, where each incarnation builds upon the lesson and experience of previous ones. Let's see if I can read this last one. By exploring their past lives, individuals can uncover hidden memories, patterns, and lessons that influence their current existence. Super true. This process can lead to profound healing and transformative growth as the insights gain help. Let's see, as the insights gained help addresses challenges and promotes personal development. So we are going to work on that right now. Hold on one second. Whoop. Okay. So the information that I got was from Sananda, or Christ, or Emmanuel, or however you want to say who he is. He was super kind. I had this vision that I was in a garden, kind of like my background, but it was just a garden of beautiful plants. And I was sitting on a log, and he was kneeling before me, and he was holding my foot like this. My foot was in his hands and holding my foot because I have a fractured toe and maybe a little bit other fractured bones on my foot. And it's been quite painful. And so I was limping in there, and he told me to sit down, put his hand. And he goes, I will help you. I will take the pain away tonight. And I said, awesome, thank you. And I did. It woke up in the morning, and I had no swelling, no pain until I went to work and started walking on it. But he said that this eclipse is for a purpose. And I think you guys sometimes have to realize and think out of the box that sometimes things happen to us down on Earth, but there's things also happening up there. And so sometimes this eclipse may mean something little to us, but up there in the not only the spiritual realm, but the realm of all of these different species that are looking down upon us, they all are also doing ceremonies. So just don't think that the eclipse is for us. It's also for them up there. And a lot of times, if we can do it in duality, it is much stronger. So always think outside of the box. These things have come to me that even writing a book and publishing a book is not always just for us on Earth. It is put into the Hall of Records, and every single species can go in and read this book under their own language. So our books are not only on Earth, they're also transformed up into the Hall of Records and other places in the spirit realm, etc. So always think outside the box, because everything is greater than where we are, and our purpose is greater than where we are on this planet. So he said, let me backtrack. So he said that this eclipse has a huge, huge impact on a lot of species, but also on the human race. If people can understand that all their past lives are in total alignment with this eclipse, and if you can open your mind, listen to your thoughts, and find your directive with this, then all those past lives will be coming into you and leading you and guiding you into the next step of your existence. So this is your crest, and this is your awakening, and this is your ascension. We have several ascensions, but this is an alignment from the past lives. And some of you go, well, I don't know what my past lives are. Well, ask. You can ask what your past lives are. If you want to go to someone to help you open up those past lives, do that. But know that every single past life has brought you to where you are right now. And this eclipse is going to bring it all together, and so you can extend yourself up. Now, let me just tell you, I think I extended myself early because I was in a job, and then with a very wealthy doctor, and then I just felt I wanted to serve the community. Just switched gears. I just switched gears. And so a job fell in my lap where I can still work as employee, but I can also serve the community at the same time. And because I know what a few of my past lives are, I've been a nun several times. And so this job is so in sync with my past lives. I also was a wife of a plantation owner, and I died in my second childbirth. And I know my death of each of my past lives, and some were traumatic and some were not. But also being an oracle several times for targets, I call them targets, that I came down with somebody, a twin or whatever, and I was to be their, they were my target, and I was to be their oracle throughout the rest of their life. I do believe that Jesus Christ had Mary Magdalene, and she was an oracle, and Jesus was her target. She had to stay with him, and they worked together, and they both were highly spiritual and evolved, and she was his oracle for the whole life. That's why she stayed with him. And I don't know if they had a relationship or not. I don't know why not. But they knew their mission. And I think this comes to a point where you need to ask, what is your mission? What is your mission? I think you come to a certain time in your life and age that you just want to know what to do now. What's my next step? I've come this way. I've come this far, and everything is in alignment for you to wake up and ask and meditate on it, quiet your mind on it. And I really feel that you should get a response from this eclipse. And so I did mine early. Mine's already done. I'm already going into my second awakening. And so for some reason, I'm learning a life lesson from where I am, because I'm helping people that really need help. And I think that this is a lesson for me for my next step of awakening. So we're going to do channeling. Actually, I don't know who we're going to channel. I never know until I go in there. I felt like it was an Arcturian. I kept saying blue, a blue tall being, thin. Now I want to tell you, we are going to be going over on my other channel on a book, the Theoba prophecy. There's a few things on it. It's interesting. It's a really impactful book. It's full of information. Some things I just couldn't bite down on, and so that's why I just want you on everything. Always use your own mind frame. Just you discern if it's true, if it's fully true, if it's not fully true. You discern. So, but Samuel Chong believes in it full-heartedly, and I'm going to give him a platform because it's not hurting anybody, and it actually has some spirituality to it. It has a lot of history. It talks about the pyramids, so we will bring it forth, and then I will let you guys decide. Okay, so how I do this, if any of you are new, I walk you through to where I go. Usually I go out of a mountain. Somehow I come out of a mountain and I'm on a platform, and then someone will always meet me there. So we'll see. I usually can try to go to their planetary system. So I have a feeling this is going to be more Arcturian. So hold on. Let me move my foot here. Oh, so painful. Okay. When you okay, how do I describe this? So in Star Trek, when they go into warp drive, just pretend like you're in warp drive right now. You're just going through this wormhole, and you're just seeing a bunch of lights and stars going past you. So you're in warp drive. Hold on. So now you're hovering. We're all hovering in space. We're looking at all the stars around us, planets. We're not in our system anymore. We're somewhere else. Very seldom do I stop in space. Hold on. There's a planet that's below us, and they're asking us to come down to the planet. So I want to put your energy to going down to this planet. It kind of looks like a Saturn type of planet. It's very colorful, and the rings are very colorful. It has a pink, orange hues. So we're going to go down into this planet. So now you're going through this like cloud formations, and you're hearing zzz, you're hearing a lot of energy, like zzz, and just we're going to keep going down through it because it's like their energy field of the planet. Magnetic field. I hear magnetic field is energy. Okay, we're broken through that, and we're into the atmosphere of the base of the planet, the outside of the planet. The sky is orange. The sky has a light orange cast, like a sherbet orange cast to it. And go all the way down to the ground. Where I'm standing is it's kind of like on a rock road formation that's flat and not rough. It's very slick, and it's a white with flakes of gold that kind of shine in the sun. There's a sun in this planet. Not sure where it is. I didn't see it, but it must be there because it's lit. And they want us to walk forward. Oh, sorry, it's my foot. Look up. Stop looking down at the walkway. Look up at the city. You're seeing a city. There's a city. Wow, it's a multi-layered city. You have a city on the ground floor, and then there's a city above the city. And you can see it like a halo. You see a city over the, wow. And you see traffic in the air. You see traffic in the air, a traffic of pods. They're flying pods of probably people in it. And they go up to the city above, and they're coming down to the city below. So there's 2 layers to this planetary system, or 2-dimensional layers. We have people coming out to us. They're tall and thin. Their heads are very kind. Blue. You're going to see blue skin. But the skin is not flat or matte. It's alive. It has movement to it. It's almost like you could see the blood running through the skin, but not in veins, but in full flow. They all have different shaped heads. It seems like the females have more of like ours, but a little bit taller. And then the men either have up tall or theirs goes back a little bit. Their shape of their head. Not one of them has hair or eyebrows. Their eyes are a little bit larger. They do have eyelids. And they do have eyelashes. They have black eyelashes. Only on the top lid. Their eyes are their eyes are so different. It's hard to explain their eyes. They're like a kaleidoscope. Very distracting but beautiful at the same time. So you know those kaleidoscopes you looked in and you would twist it? That's how their eyes are. Their pupil. They don't really have whites of their eyes. They have kind of a blue cast to that. Very pretty people, very kind. Can just feel the safety and welcoming by their presence and their dominion. They're tall. I would say 10-ish feet, if not more. The men with the skulls that go back are really tall. The women aren't as tall as the men. The women have a headpiece on of gold and jewels on their head that goes around their head. The women have point ears. Their ears point, but very flat to the head, but they point a little. Very beautiful women, very slender and long. Slender in a almost a gray. You know, the gray is how thin they are. They're almost that slender in the arm stature. With gowns on. They all have gowns on. And their gowns are white. It's a white, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a chiffon that has an opalescence to it. A lot of them look like they have kind of a toga across one. They have like these things that go across them. It's kind of a ritualistic attire, I'm hearing. And they're welcoming us and greeting us to come with them. They want to talk about this time on our planet. This time is something that they designed for our planet, for the extension of our people and the extension of outside planetary systems. So we go with them. And instantly we're into a arena. It's like an arena. It's a small arena. It's like marble. Everything seems to be marble-ish, white-ish, blue-ish shimmer. And there's many of them. Wow. So it's full. This arena is full of all of them. Thousands and thousands of them are sitting at this arena. And we walk into the center of the arena with these people. And they stand up and they cheer. They cheer that we're here, that we have traveled here to be with them during this time, that they are excited to have humans, even in spiritual form, bask with them during this eclipse. They're calling it a generational eclipse. This is an eclipse for our own generational notifications. It is a trial for us to bring together all our past lives into one. If we can succeed in bringing all the multidimensionals past lives into us at this time and ask for it to come into us and let it fill, clear, heal. It's like a kundalini, they're saying, like a kundalini effect that we are able to have at this time, not only today, but it will exist for weeks. So you have time yet to keep existing in this field and bring it into you. If you are able to attain and come to the acknowledgement of all your past lives, they will talk to you. They will tell you what you need to know, what you need to hear, and how you might need to change your pathway. It's a human experience. Even though you're a spirit, a soul, you're human. And we gave you this avenue for clarity, for ascension, for glory, to make your life easier and better, to give you the natural existence that you're meant to have upon this planet that has been lost, to bring your soul back to its once placement in a correct dimensional field. We want you to know that not every life that you have had has been on this planet. You're multi-planetary dimensional humans. This was an honor that you've understood, but you have forgotten. That you have existed in many planetary systems, as many beings as you wanted. Each source, a species that you attained, gave you greatness and insight. But those lives were easy. To be an Arcturian is easy. To be a Lyran is easy. It's not challenging. It's easy. You are just learning attributes of the race to be a warrior in intelligence and physical needs. It's your training. All that training has led you here to this moment. All that training, all those species, all those past lives has brought you here to now. You came down because you thought you were ready. You thought you have every species intelligence in you, that there is no way you cannot master this life. And how well are you doing? It's hard. This planet was created for many tests, for many fields of dimension, for much growth. Many species have come down upon your planet through its existence to lead the people. Because how do you know when you are wiped clean of your memory? And that is your highest test, that you do not know who you are. Some of you have gotten inklings of who you are in your past lives. Some of you know of your warriorship and your evolvement as leaders, as helpers, as light beings. But now you are here. You are thick in body. Your body is thick matter, and your brain. Let me talk to you about your brain function. The brain can be an attribute and it can be foolery. The brain is a deceptor. It also can trick you. If you do not align your heart with your brain, your heart is your level-headed brain. Your heart is your divinity. Your heart is your knowledge. Your brain's function is programmed and can be deprogrammed by your society. But everything is in evolution and everything has change. So those that think that they cannot attain what we're talking about is your brain talking to you. It's malfunctioning. It's letting society tell you your worth and diminishing your power and priesthoods. Every single one of you has spiritual priesthoods aligned with your soul. This brings you great power. You can draw upon this. Many of you are so scared to ask for knowledge of your greatest asset, which is your soul, your Akashic records, your past lives. They are calling to you. They are wanting to become one with you as you ascend this day. Be honored that you are here and you listen to the words from my species, the Arcturians. For we are lovers of your race. We said we would never leave you. We've evolved with you. We stand by you, and we never will leave you. You're very special to us, like our children. And how do you ever leave your children alone in a swamp, in an abyss? You stay with you. Those that are here, look us in the eye. Look into our eyes. If not now, later. Visualize us. Bring us into you and look into our eyes. Very few of you on this planet can open the door like this vessel and others. Be honored in listening to these words, to this vision that is allowed into your own mind. You vision it your way. She envisions it her way, but you are entwined. This is a very special moment for us, for those who seek and want to learn. We love you. Look at the crowd here. All of us find joy that you are here. We release you back to your own system. You must pull away now. We have said all we have needed to say. Visit us again, each one of you, and then look into our eyes, and you will see everything. You will see truth, evolvement, and who you are, because we know who you are, and that's how special you are, because we are here. Okay, pull away. Wow. Okay. You might want to use that as a meditation, because that was super powerful. That was super powerful. Thank you all for being with me. And I'll see you on Sunday over at Unveiling the Truth 333. And I just have a good time with that show. But this is powerful, this channel. And this is, I bring out as much as I can for you and me, and that we can understand everything together. I'm a very simple person. A lot of my channelings will be very simple, but strong and powerful. If you have any questions, email me at robynhyatt@yahoo.com. Thanks, guys. I will talk to you soon. Have a good day. Have a good week. Bye.